Hey guys, what's going on? In this video today, we're going to be talking about how to create your Google Shopping campaigns in your ad account. All right. Just to give you a little bit of an idea, we're going to be creating 3 separate campaigns. Okay. There's going to be a beta campaign, an alpha 1 campaign, and an alpha 2 campaign. And this is called the 3-tier campaign that I have used to optimize and scale my stores using these campaign strategies, okay? And I'm going to talk more about why I use these and why it's set up the way it's set up. But first, let's go ahead and create our first campaign, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Google Ads account, click on New Campaign, and then you're going to select Create Campaign Without a Goals Guidance. And then you're going to go ahead and select Shopping. And you'll see here your merchant center pop up, okay? Make sure it's the correct merchant center as long as you don't have 2 attached, to the ad account or anything like that. It should be the correct one. And then you're going to select the country you're targeting, and then you're going to select Standard Shopping Campaign, and you're going to go ahead and click Continue. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to name your first campaign. So the first campaign that we're going to be creating is called the beta campaign. So I'm just going to put here beta, okay? And then I'm going to put in my break-even ROAS, all right? So your break-even ROAS, or your break-even return on ad spend, is going to tell you where your break-even point is and where your profitability is when you're looking at the data, when you're looking at the ROAS column of the data. Okay, so to calculate your break-even ROAS, you're going to take your selling price. So say you're selling a product for $40, okay, and the product's profit is $25. What you're going to do is you're going to take 40 divided by 25, and that gives you 1.6x. So that's your break-even ROAS. So I'm going to put here 1.6x break-even. Okay, we're just going to pretend that those are the numbers we have. And then you can also put in your break-even profit point. Okay, so in this case we said 25, so $25 break-even point. Okay. Let me put in here ROAS. Okay, so that's what that's how we're gonna name our campaign, just so when we're looking at the data, we don't have to keep going back to our notebook or wherever we have these metrics written, and we could just straight look at our campaign name and know what data we should be looking at. Okay, and this is only if you're targeting one product. If you're going to be advertising multiple products, then obviously you're just going to have to add this stuff into the ad level of the campaign, or the product group level, because it's not going to apply to every campaign. But I'm just creating these campaigns like we're just starting our first product. We're testing, our first product. So just, bear with me. I'll show you how to do the other steps if you're going to be testing multiple products in one campaign. Okay, so what you're going to do here is you're going to select manual CPC. Okay, make sure this is checked, help increase conversions with enhanced CPC. This is basically, it allows Google to, if it thinks that it's going to get you, a sale, it will go ahead and increase your bid a little bit to get you in front of that customer that will get you the sale. Okay, we're going to optimize for conversions, and then we're going to start with a $50 budget. And then for campaign priority on the beta, it's going to be a high campaign priority, and I'm going to explain why. Okay, and then targeting, we're going to leave these checked. Select your country. Okay, ad group, this is basically your product. Okay, so ad group name, you can go ahead here and put the product name. So for example, I'm just going to put car cleaner. All right, and then we're going to start with a low bid. Okay, depending on where, when you're doing your research too, where you saw the bids at in the keywords everywhere tool, you're gonna kind of like basically like half that or more than half that. So if it said like the bid was like you know, 97 cents or something, like you're gonna start your bid at like, you know, 35, 40 cents, okay? So usually I'll start at like, you know, 33 cents or 22 cents, okay? And kind of go from there, all right? So what you'll do here is go ahead and click create campaign, and it says new campaign added. So once you create your campaign, you'll see it here. There's two different views for Google Ads account. I don't like this view here, so you're gonna wanna switch. It's much easier to look at things like this. So from here, you'll see your campaign right here. Here's the beta campaign. And then you'll see your product group under here, car cleaner. Now what you're gonna want to do is basically click on that product group or ad group. And then you'll see here it says all products. What you're gonna wanna do is click on the plus sign here. And then you're going to go ahead and click item ID, and you'll be able to see your products separately here. So I would recommend selecting one product at a time. So for example, I would click this one here, click on save without editing bids. Okay. And what I would want to do from here is I'm going to go ahead and turn off, exclude the one that says everything else in all products, and just leave this one here, okay? So this is the product that we're advertising, okay? This is the product group, all right? And then if I go ahead here and click on ad groups, it'll show me, you know, the ad that I'm running, car cleaner. It'll basically have the same exact things as it does in the product groups. Product groups shows you, you know, what products you're advertising, and then ad groups are basically what ads you're running. So if you wanted to add another product to test, you want to create another ad group. So you'll have a separate ad group and a product group. So what you'll do is you'll click on the campaign, click on ad groups, and then click the plus sign here. And then you can name it. So say, for example, I have car seats. Okay, I'll start the bid at 33 cents. Click save. And then you'll see it here, car seats, okay? Then again, you'll do the same thing where it says all products on underneath product groups. You'll click the plus sign and select the product by clicking item ID. And say, for example, this was the product. Save without editing bids. And then we would exclude this. So now we have the car seats, car cleaner, and then you could add more products. Basically, you want to have one beta campaign and then separate ad groups and product groups for each product. And I'll explain why you want to do this. It's just the best way to stay organized when you're going to be filtering out negative keywords and such. Okay. So what you're going to want to do from here, all right, is go back to the shopping campaigns, click on overview, and then click new campaign. And now we're just going to create the alpha 1 and alpha 2 campaign. And it's going to be the exact same, you know, methodology. You know, you're just going to, same exact steps. Okay, this will be alpha 1, and, you know, you could put your, if you're just advertising one product, you could put your ROAS, your break-even ROAS here, and your break-even profit here, or break-even point. Okay. If you're not advertising one product, you can put these metrics on the ad group level and stay organized like that. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that. So same thing, manual CPC, we'll do 50. And then this one is going to be medium priority, okay? And then the alpha 2 will be low priority, and I'm going to explain why again. So we'll do United States, and then ad group, you know, you're going to put, let's see, car cleaner. And then this one, you're going to increase the bid, let's say by 15 to 20 cents. Okay, so I'm going to do like 45 cents here. Okay, and I'm going to click create campaign. okay? And then you're gonna, do the exact same thing here. You're gonna go in here, click item ID, select the product, click save without editing bids. And then you could add the, if you have another product, you could add it. If you need to, real quick, put the ROAS and stuff here for specific products, you could just click here, click on add groups, and then you could basically rename your ad group here. Okay, so you could put break even ROAS, break even point, click save, and it'll show up here. Okay, so this is if you're doing multiple products. If not, you're just doing one, you could put the break even ROAS and break even point on the campaign level. All right, so then what you're going to want to do is then go to overview again, and you want to create your Alpha 2 campaign. So same exact process. I'm just gonna do this real quick here. Alpha 2, and then we're gonna do 50. And then this one we're going to put at like 75 cents. And then create campaign. Okay. Now we have a 3-tier campaign. Okay, we have a beta, an alpha 1, and an alpha 2. Okay, let me actually real quick make sure I made this a low priority. Yep. Okay, cool. Look, you want to make the alpha 2 a low priority campaign. Okay, so I'm going to explain now why we do it this way. Okay, so the beta campaign is going to be the campaign that's going to find all your good keywords, all your converting keywords, okay? And it's going to be the campaign that has the lowest bid, all right? We're just basically, it's just a campaign to find keywords, to see what's converting the best in terms of keywords. And it's a campaign that's basically scrubbing everything and finding, what's going to work best for your product. All right. And the reason the alpha 1 and the alpha 2 have higher bids is because what's going to happen here is once you start seeing conversions, you're going to be able to go to keywords and click search terms. Okay. And you're going to be able to see, based on, the product groups, what search terms are converting, okay? How much impressions they're getting, how much, what the conversion rate is, what the ROAS is. You're going to be able to see all that, okay? So you want to at least have 50 to 70 clicks on a specific keyword and 2 conversions, okay? Before you move the keyword into a negative keyword. Okay, so what I mean by that is once a keyword is converting really well, okay, say for example, I had a search term here that said car cleaner. It had 100 clicks, 3 conversions, and it was doing great, okay? What I would want to do here is I would want to make that search term a negative keyword, because what that's going to do is Google will move that search term into the alpha 1 campaign, okay, which has a higher bid. So now you'll be bidding higher for that keyword that's converting, okay? So that's why we create this type of 3-tier campaign, okay? Because we can't in Google go and tell them what keywords to target, but we could tell them what negative keywords to target. Does that make sense? So say I had a search term that said car cleaning interior soap or something, and it had like 70 clicks, 2 conversions. I'm going to want to make that a negative keyword as well. So it moves up into the alpha 1 campaign and it starts getting more impressions because I'm bidding higher for that specific keyword. So think of it as a tier. If I make a negative keyword in the beta campaign, that keyword will move to alpha 1. If I go to the search terms in alpha 1 and I make them a negative keyword, those search terms will go into the alpha 2 campaign. So then I would be bidding even higher for those keywords, okay? So the way you want to do it is you want to move them, okay, into that specific campaign. That way you're bidding higher on those keywords. All right. Now there is universal negative keywords that you're going to want to add to your campaigns. These are just universal negative keywords. I'll add a list in the course, in the resource section of this video. Those negative keywords are basically just random words that you never want to show up when people are searching for those words. All right. So to add that universal keywords list, what you're going to do is go to Tools, Shared Library, Negative Keywords List, and I'll add that Excel sheet. You could just click on Add here, okay, and you can paste all the keywords, and they're going to be phrase match keywords, so they're going to have quotations around them. Okay, and then what you're going to do when you have that list ready, you can name it universal negative keywords. Then you would just go to your beta campaign, alpha campaign, and alpha 2, and then go to keywords. Click on negative keywords, click add, and use negative keyword list, and it'll show up here, and you'll be able to select it, and you'll do that for each campaign. Okay, you're going to want to do this on the campaign level, not on the ad group or product group level. Okay, so yeah, I'll add that universal negative keyword list just so you guys have it, and you could just add it to the campaigns. Okay, now again, low bids for beta, high bids for alpha 1, high bids for alpha 2. When you're adding negative keywords, they're mostly going to be in the phrase match, okay? So they're going to have quotations around them, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So if I wanted to add a negative keyword here, it would be car, like just example, car seat. That would be a phrase match, okay? So that's how usually I always create my negative keywords into, you know, a phrase match. So phrase match is basically if somebody types in seat car or car seat, you know, that it still associates it with the negative keyword. Okay. You don't want to do broad because that'll make it really, you know, too broad. And then exact is basically, you know, just car seat. It's not going to be any variation of the word. So I always use phrase matches when I'm adding negative keywords for the product for the product group, so they could be moved into a higher campaign. All right. So I was actually supposed to go into more detail negative keywords in the next video, but I guess I got carried away, too excited. So you guys got a glimpse of, you know, negative keywords and stuff like that in this video. I'm going to go more into depth and detail of negative keywords in the next video. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.